You do understand those Clippers. See, that's where you do. I can't even believe that Perk been talking all of that long and never brought up your position on the Clippers. The Clippers. First of all, you want to talk experience? How about this experience? Come April, it's April now. That means Kawhi getting hurt. How about that experience? How about that one? I ain't wishing it on the brother.
Yeah.
I wish he's healthy because I know when he's healthy on the court, the brother big time. Ain't no doubt about it. My problem with him is he ain't never available. He's been 15 of the Clippers' last 19 playoff games. We got to look at that. Also, the Clippers are 0-4 this year against OKC. But you sitting up here telling me, just ignore everything we saw in the regular season. It's a first time for everybody, bro. They lost in the playoffs last year to Dallas. I understand that. They lost to Luka. All right? Nobody showed up to help SGA. You think that's different now? I think Caruso and Hartenstein being on a team with Holmgren is a big, big plus for them. That had a lot to do with their defense being all-world right now. I think the young thoroughbreds that they've got, the young bodies that they could throw at you, the depth that they have in place, the fact that they prioritize defense, I think all of those things work in their favor. I don't see how we can look at anybody as the favorites to knock off OKC.
I'm talking about in a 7-game series.
Okay.
Things happen. Matchup change. It's like Perk said, you're playing LeBron at the center. No, they're not playing LeBron at the center because he can't guard, because LeBron can play the center. Now you have the guys that you could put the ball in their hands. He can spread the floor. He can play the pick and roll and be effective and get it to the shooters. You have to be able to break these guys down in a 7-game series. When I talk about the Clippers, this is the first year since I was there with the Clippers. They have the super others playing really well. Norman Powell is the leading scorer of this team. Bisa Zubac is averaging a double-double, probably his best year of his career. The load is not on Kawhi Leonard like it's been in previous years.
So let me ask you this question then. You know, forget LeBron and Luka. They are who they are.
Yeah.
You sure you trust everybody else on the Lakers? You brought up experience.
Yeah.
You sure you supporting that?
I gotta go. I have to. You have 3 guys that can get a basket. Let's go back to the Bulls game where, you know, they lost on the half-court shot.
Yep.
Who made the game-winning shot? Leading shot?
Reeves.
That means that it doesn't matter who they put the ball in their hands. Each of these guys can get a basket at a high level. In the playoffs, you cannot double-team everyone. You're already going to double-team Luka Doncic. You're going to try to double-team LeBron. They're here and there. Who's the third guy that can stick this man right here?
Well, what about the Lakers? What are they going to do to stop what OKC is throwing at you?
7-game series. It's a 7-game series. We can dissect it. Each game is different.
Okay.
Each game is different. We talk about Luka Doncic's defense. He didn't have defense last year. They got to the finals.
Yeah. And what happened in the finals? When they went up against a better team.
We talking about getting to the finals. They went up against a better team, a way more prepared team with Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and a super deep team with a great coach. Okay. They lost. They got their behinds whooped. But we're talking about coming out of the West, right? They're 32-13 in the West right now. OKC is 35-11. What does that tell you? That they're top of the West right now, right? And I'm going to go back to the Clippers because I believe Kawhi Leonard is on fire right now. He's on fire. And let's not forget, they still got James Harden.
Well, we
haven't even spoke on Harden. We haven't even said anything about Harden.
He deserves major props, Harden and Powell. But when you bring me Kawhi Leonard, and you're going to bring him history, I can bring him injury history.
Leonard, Kawhi, this is his time. Okay. He stayed healthy. The OKC better not see the Clippers.
Hold on.
They better not see the Clippers.
I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you, Perk.
They better not see the Clippers.
I'm coming to you, Perk. I'm going to have a heart attack. You give me a heart attack on the national television. Are you telling me you willing to bet your money that Kawhi Leonard going to be healthy during the playoffs?
I'm willing to bet it.
You willing to bet that Kawhi Leonard going to be healthy?
I'm willing to bet it.
Oh, my God.
I'm willing to lay it on the line and bet that he'll be ready to play in the playoffs at a high level.
What's today's date right
At a high level.
April 3rd. April 3rd at 10:14 p.m. A.m. rather. A.m. 10:14 a.m.
as well. Ty Lue, Adam Van Gundy. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Ain't nobody questions.
All right, Perk, go ahead.
Quick question. So you have the Lakers coming out of the West or the Clippers coming out of the West?
I have the Lakers coming out of the West, but the question was, do you have OKC? I said I don't have OKC in front of the Clippers. I don't have OKC in front of Golden State. Let's be clear. I don't have OKC in front of Denver.
You don't even have OKC making the conference final.
I don't.
Wow.
I don't.
Okay.
I'm not a regular season guy, man. I'm a playoff guy. You can cruise through the regular season. Guys can set out games.
40% from three, 76 playoff games. You can do what you want during that regular season. That's you.
Them lights get different in the playoffs.
You got the qualifications.
Them lights get different in the playoffs.
Well, listen. I get you on that, Marcus. I understand that. But as a guy that went to 5 NBA finals and went to a championship, I know a contender and I know the real deal when I see it. That Oklahoma City Thunder team is locked the hell in. And I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna tell you a statement game that they had this season without Jalen Williams. They walked up into Boston. And they put a spanking on them boys. And SGA put on a damn show. And Jalen Williams was not available, who's, by the way, we could argue and debate whether or not he's the second best player. But I will say this about their offense. Draymond Green came in the studio yesterday, and him and I were having a conversation. He said, well, Perk, they defense is like that. He said, but I want to know is who's going to be that guy that's going to go get a second bucket, go get that second option type guy. Agreed. And I said, that guy is going to be Chet Holmgren. And let me explain why. We saw last year with the Boston Celtics, Kristaps Porzingis come back in the NBA Finals. He was the X factor. You know why? Last year, he was the best post-up player in the game. And now when you got so many guys switching pick and rolls, that's what the league does. It switches pick and rolls. Now you're utilizing Chet Holmgren to take advantage of those smaller mismatches. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to end with this. Those young guys, they may be young, but they got old souls.
Stephen A., let me ask you this. Is this the best OKC team ever?
I heard what Marcus said.
Yeah, you better.
For the moment, you're right. Because Kevin Durant and them brothers went to the finals. OKC has to do it. You'd be responsible to say that OKC is better than them at this point. If they were to get to the finals, I could make that argument, though. Here's the reason why. Kevin Durant is unquestionably great. There's nothing to debate about that. James Harden at the time wasn't what he became in Houston and what he ultimately evolved into. So, again, we can't look at the careers of these guys and say that. We have to look at what they were at that moment compared to what this team is at this moment. And the only reason I would say that is because they haven't gotten to the finals yet. Kevin Durant is Kevin Durant. Obviously, James Harden was coming off the bench, doing his thing. Russell Westbrook is arguably the greatest athlete we've ever seen at the point guard spot.
Agreed. The
problem was his decision making. So I remember a game when he scored over 40 in the finals against Miami. And Magic Johnson picked him apart because he talked about the decision making that was lacking that led to their loss in that particular game. And as you got a lot of NBA vets that'll tell you, the definition of a point guard is, quintessentially somebody that can facilitate opportunities for others. Russ could get it for himself. And certainly at that young